আচ্ছা, রাজেশ কুমার, অনিশ আছো?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Rajesh Kumar.
হর্ষ, ঠিক আছে।
Harsh present, ma'am. Harsh present.
অবিনাশ,
Present, ma'am.
রাহুল, আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, যারা আসুন পরে একটা দেবো তাদের ইন্টিমেশন। শেখ মোহাম্মদ সাকির, খুদ আহমদ
Present,
আছো?
ma'am. Present.
আচ্ছা, আমান কুমার, অমৃতাংশু, অভিমন্যু,
Amritanshu, ma'am.
ঠিক আছে, হর্ষিত,
Present, ma'am. Ma'am,
পূজা,
Abhimanyu present.
অভিমন্যু প্রেজেন্ট, ওকে।
Aman Kumar present, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Aman Kumar
Amritanshu
present.
present.
Yes, okay. পূজা,
Yes, ma'am.
কিষান কুমার সিং.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
So left is Rahul and Ankon and Rajesh.
Ma'am, Rajesh
Ma'am,
Kumar.
Amisha also present.
ঠিক আছে, রাজেশ মিস করেছি আমি। ওকে, and Ankon, they and Ankon Howladar and Amisha. Amisha কি এসেছে এর মধ্যে? আচ্ছা,
Yes,
Amisha
ma'am,
এসেছে।
present.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। আচ্ছা, খালি লাস্ট গ্রুপ মানে অমৃতাংশুদের গ্রুপের নোট ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন বা সাব ডিভিশন, সাব ডিভিশনটা দেখা হয়নি আমার, তোমরা কি করেছো?
Yes, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, তো একটু দেখাও যে কোনো একজন যে পার সাব ব্লক কতটা হয়েছে, টোটাল কত ছিল লোড। তোমাদের টোটাল এলটি লোডটা যা বলেছিলে কিছু কিছু জিনিস নেওয়া নেই, ওটা তোমাদের মডিফাই হবে, সেটাও বলে দিও।
Ma'am, 4501.6 kilowatt.
তাতে কিছু একটা বাদ ছিল, কিছু একটা তোমরা তখন নাও না, তাহলে এটাই ফাইনাল 4501.2 কিলোওয়াট।
Yes, ma'am. 4501.6 kilowatt.
0.6.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what is the division I can see? Now what is the load per sub block?
And load per sub block is 1125.4.
In every sub block, can you show me that calculation?
Ma'am, 4501.6 divided by 4 is 1125.4.
No. How have you done that? Say then, or then that load, that is the desired load per sub block. But
Yes,
from
ma'am.
the map, have you got that exact one?
No, ma'am. It's slightly up and down, like
That I
1126.
want to show. I want to see. Just show me that one. How much up and
Actually,
down
I
is
have
it?
did it in the copy. So should I take the?
Copy is copy, no problem. Can you take the photo and show me after
Yes,
some
ma'am.
time?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then you show me after some time. That is very important. Okay,
Okay,
Ankon
ma'am.
has joined.
Let me just take the.
You will just take the copy and just inform me. I shall see. Okay, then I am explaining. Okay, can you see? Okay. Can you show right now?
I'm just taking the captures and I will show
No
show
problem.
something.
Or by using camera simply on the copy, you can see. Whatever you feel comfortable. Before the camera also, you can keep the copy so that I can see. That is all. That will also be sufficient.
Actually, the camera of the laptop is not very good. I don't know.
Okay. Actually, that will be your. Otherwise, it may be your problem in later. Okay. All the work may be in vain if you do not check it. Check it right
Ma'am,
now.
I'm just showing to you. 1 second.
Okay, you check. You show others. Any one of your group check. Just show me. I think all of your group has same data.
Yes, ma'am. I've got that.
Okay,
I'm
you
just
try it and
presenting.
check. Show me later. Any one of your group. That verification is very much required.
Actually, I have got the images. I'm just presenting.
I have given attendance to Kaushik. Okay, that's fine. Just show me where is the total load. How can I here, na?
Just
Download
open,
option.
just right click and open it in new tab.
Who, me? Or Harshit?
No, ma'am, Harshit.
Okay, that is enough. That is enough.
Ma'am, so
28.4 for one block, sub block, another block 23.6, 24.2, and last one you just tell me. Last one, deed 4.
ma'am, 43.2, ma'am, this was the data from the map.
No. 43.2 is total. Your total load was.
Ma'am, total load was 4501.6.
Then
Ma'am,
what was your asking? What should be the ideal loading per sub block?
ma'am, 1125.4
Okay, that is this part only you have taken from
from
the
the map.
loads given in the map. Then
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
added the residential load. Is not it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is the final distribution? Just you show me that part.
Yes, ma'am. One second.
And no one residential building should be divided.
Ma'am, so this is the final distribution, ma'am. I have got for D1 1126.12 for
Okay.
the subblock 1, and ma'am
I
for
have seen
subblock
up to, so there is difference maximum three watt, near to 3 kilowatt. Okay,
almost
that's
2, ma'am. Ma'am, almost 2. Ma'am, the ideal was 1125.2.
okay.
0.4.
Okay, that's all. I understood. No problem. Okay, you stop sharing. So now if you see the note that I have given to you, this, according to note, we have completed only up to step 2 because the steps you have done right now, that is not written in the note. Okay. Now step 3 also I am ignoring right now. Now as I have told you that we are designing is design for a town plant, and for this town, say we have divided it. This is the town. So you have four block A, B, C, D. Now you have divided it load by load, not by geographical area, into some sub blocks. Sub block is 1, 2, 3, 4. It may be A1, A2, A3, A4, or D1, D2, D3, D4. So for these four sub blocks, more or less the loads are same. Now we have to supply the power up to this load. So for that we need transformer. So transformer primary, what I have told, I think 1.1. I forgot. That is written in your notebook somewhere. Anyhow, the secondary will be 1.1. So this is the transformer, obviously 3-phase. On primary side 1.1 kV, on secondary side 415 volt. Then it will be distributed to all the loads that you have estimated right now. Now the load you have calculated, that is the connected load. So that is actually the possible maximum load in each sub block. But every time all the loads are not connected. Some of them are always connected. So that's why the concept of demand factor has come. Demand factor means maximum demand by connected load. It's not it. So that means what may be the maximum demand, that is our important. Say if your connected load is 1500 kilowatt, but your maximum demand throughout the year or throughout the day is say 1200 kilowatt, then it is meaningless to supply to install a transformer which has the capability to supply 1500 kilowatt load. But that, because that load will never be drawn by the consumer. Consumer will draw maximum 1200 kilowatt. So that's why it's from the when we install transformer, we should give more importance to the maximum demand instead of the connected load. Now we have got connected load. So from there, if we know the demand factor, we can calculate the maximum demand. Why maximum demand is required? Because actually we transfer the power, so we need a transformer. The facility available is 33.33 kV. From there, 33 or 11, whatever I have told, I forgot. Anyway, high voltage. Then from there, it is stepped down to 1.1 at first, and finally to 415 volt. So for that step down transformer, we need to know what is the voltage level. Along with that, what will be the kVA level of the transformer. So to find out the voltage rating, we know now 11 kV by 415 volt, three-phase transformer will be required for LT distribution. Then what will be the power? For power calculation, we need what is the power required to be supplied. Now required to be supplied, we have already got, say for last D group, I have seen 1123 point something or 1126 point something, but that is the connected load. So if demand is always generally, demand factor is always generally no less than 1 but near to 0.8 or 0.9. So it is better to estimate the maximum demand at first, then we find out the capacity of transformer. Have you understood what I have told? So for that reason, now you see the note, your note. In note, it is given that estimate the demand. Can you see my screen, the PDF? So estimate the demand factor of different loads for summer and winter. So why demand factor estimation is required, that I have told you. Now, say you are designing the distribution system electrically, but you are not consuming that. You will not supply that. So that's why what you have designed, that should be conveyed to the power system operator also. So that's why for winter data is also required. Otherwise, if we want to supply only the load, only to design the distribution system, then summer data is sufficient, because in our summer driven country, always demand factor during summer will be more than winter. Okay, and we have to decide the size of the transformer from the maximum demand. Understood my point? So for that reason, this table shows an idea about demand factor. It is not mandatory, as I have shown told you for the residential building. It is only an idea what may be the value. Otherwise, you may deviate from here also. Here I have taken span from 6 a.m. in the morning to the next 6 a.m. of the next morning. So in the initial stage for domestic, it is 0.25, then it is further reduced. In this way, in between 6 to 22, that means 6 to 10 evening, it is highest demand. I have taken this one 0.75. There is no harm if you take it 0.85 or 0.95, no problem. But whatever you have taken, you write this table accordingly. But for street light obviously, if I assume that street light will be switched on at the 6 p.m. on the morning at night, and it will be switched off at the 6 a.m. on the next day morning, then obviously we shall assume that all the street lights are in operating condition. So all will be on from 6 p.m. in the evening to the 6 a.m. of the next morning. So from 6 p.m. in the evening to 6 a.m. of the next morning, demand factor obviously will be on. There is no deviation, and otherwise they will be switched off, so it will be 0. Understood my point? Hmm? No. This is required. Say you hourly basis you live. Now just you assume that what may be the demand, how demand may be varied in a day. Obviously, in 4-hour basis. So we have assumed here 4-hour basis to draw say a load curve. What deviation you have taken? Say from there you are actually estimating how load will be varied in your subblock. Now from the step 3 onwards, all will be subblock basis calculation. Why it is required? So in any way, have you understood how have I estimated the demand factor of different type of loads? The question of you ask, I shall explain later. Say for industrial load, I have, you can see I have assumed at first 0.8, then 0.85, then up to 10 p.m. At night it is 0.85, then it is lesser. That means I have assumed production is mainly in full swing from 6 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. At night. Then it is the production is slower. So there may not be night shift. So this 0.6 may be 0 or maybe 0.2, say only the security lights are on. So in this way it may change. But anyway, so we shall get an idea, we shall provide an idea or achieve an idea that what may be the variation in demand factor in your block. So from there we can find out what will be the variation in load in your block. So actually whatever you have drawn, now in any block, we have found maximum demand say 1200, connected load 1200 kilowatt, say in your subblock, in one subblock, say D1. Then this is the connected load that you have calculated right now. This is not the maximum demand. Say maximum demand is maybe 900. I am assuming. So 900 will be maximum. So there will be a variation, there will be a load curve like this somewhere. I do not know how it will be. So it will be what will be load curve, that will be dependent on demand factor. Now demand factor we can take from statistical data, or you may assume. Here I am assuming because statistical data we cannot get in this case. But in practical system we must assume the demand factor from the statistical data available. Anyway, similarly for say D2 there will be another load curve. Say it is peak nearby. This like this. Then D4, D3 say it is something different. So you can see as I have shown, that means demand factor is the maximum demand is happening at different time span of the of that block, in that block. So what will be that? So in this D1, you will decide the transformer size based on this practical maximum demand. For this one, as I have drawn, this should be maximum. For this one, depending on this peak. For this D3, depending on this peak. Have you understood my point? Now, say these are not at same time. Then what will happen? So actually, it is not in same time. So the demand in this area is here, and here it is in another time. So the transformer, now why I have made tell you to make the demand equal. If the demands are equal, if the times are not same, still the transformer size calculated will be same, because if the connected load is same, if you are assuming same demand factor, then maximum demand will be same. Because here we are assuming, so we shall assume a flat demand factor for every subblock. So maximum demand will be same for each subblock. So if your connected load is same, then maximum demand will be same. So for that reason, transformer size will also come same. But say it has happened that it has the D1 has maximum demand as 10 a.m. and if the D2 has maximum demand 10 a.m. to something, say 4 p.m. or to whatever I have taken the span. Say for this one, say I have not drawn properly. Say it is at 6 p.m. That means the residential load is high. This is also at 6 p.m. So that means that here the residential load are lesser. So if you interchange some load in between these two, then obviously overall maximum demand of the both subblock will be less, and so the overall transformer size will come less. It you have not may not have understood. Let me explain it again. Understood? That problem we have taken care of already by equating connecting load. But there is another issue. That is, if the demand factor is not happening, maximum demand is not happening at the same time of the day, that means we may interchange some load in between the sub blocks and we can reduce the effective maximum demand. Have you understood that one? No, because demand factor varies from residential load to commercial load or industrial load. So if that load cannot be balanced equally, if you have seen in all cases of your sub block, I think residential loads are not same. So it may not be same. It is better if it be same. Have you understood my point?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so we need a check. So for that one, we need a check. How we can check? We need to supply a demand curve, load curve that we can draw from this demand factor, that you can draw in Excel in final submission. That is not required to draw right now. But similarly for winter also you can draw. Winter is also required if there be any more gizzard, so many things. So it may also be varied. Maximum demand may be different. Anyway, so for winter also we can check. From winter I have taken from 5:30 to 9:30 and again in the 5:30 because generally the evening the come faster, afternoon come faster in winter. So I have taken different time span. You can take the same time span also, no problem. Now you see, so from this demand factor, you can supply the data of load curve. So you can give the data in tabular form, but if it is in tabular form, it will be very lengthy, and it will have the understanding of that data will be very difficult. But if you show this load curve of demand curve of every sub block, then it is all very easy to visualize. That here, if you supply the load curve, just here, if you see that load curve of each sub block is same. So you are drawing the load curve for each sub block. This is for D1, say. For D2, you just draw it. If it is coming same or maximum demand is coming at same position, that means the distribution of load is taken in better way. So that's why it is important to give the load curve. But now we should not give. You give it when you do the submit the final report. Why it is not required? Say maximum demand obviously occur when there is maximum demand factor. So obviously from here you just calculate it right now and just fill up this table. That what is the effective load for summer or winter for your sub block. From step 3 onwards, all calculation will be the in the sub block basis. So total connected load, what is the domestic load, street light load, all the information now are with you. You have a demand factor table, so from there you can calculate the effective load or the maximum. Actually the load is in operation. So from this table, when you fill up this table, obviously you will get one data which is maximum. If you make a total here below this total load, then you will get a maximum data. So here you can extract that data from this table to this table 2 to table 3. So loop means sub block. You change this one. Loop means sub block number. Why loop is called, then I shall explain you later. You can write in sub block. So sub block, each sub block there will be a maximum demand. Maximum demand means summation of demand where it will be maximum, that is maximum demand. So you can fill up this one, this four for 4 sub blocks. then you can identify from the table also where maximum demand is occurring. So ideally, this time span will be same for each subblock. For your case, it will come same because your residential loads are always prevailing, but you must check that one. Understood my point? And so here you will get the same. Maximum demand will obviously not same because in your each sub-block loads are not uniform. They are near to each other but not same throughout the four sub-blocks. So maximum demand will be near to each other but not same. But maximum demand, whether maximum demand is coming at the same time span or not, you check it. If it is not, then you interchange some data nearby. Say in between these two sub-blocks, 1 minute. In between these two sub-blocks, say some data is not same. Say here it is maximum demand is occurring at 4 p.m. Only for example, I am saying. Say it is at 6 p.m. Then from the table you can notice which load is changing that one. Or say you just decrease the area of this one and shift this area to this sub-block, so that load can be balanced and maximum demand can be made same. Have you understood my point? It may not be required because in your case residential loads are dominating, but this check is very much required. Otherwise transformer size will come different. So if you check that one, that will be reflected in this table 3. So from that table 3, when maximum demand are near to each other,
I think ma'am is having some network issues. Anish, call her and let her know that the internet has gone. Okay.
ভাই রাস্তায় এইভাবে রাম বিক্রি করতে পারছি
তোমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছ আমাকে? আচ্ছা, একটুখানি বাকি আছে, আমার ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছিলাম। সেটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে নাও, so you can fill up this table. So when you fill up this table, then you can find out power max transformer rating in the by this table. So if you know the P max, then if say you know the P max, then what will be the transformer KVA? Okay, 1 minute. এবার দেখতে পাচ্ছ স্ক্রিনটা? So if you get the maximum demand P max, then you can convert it into kVA by dividing it by power factor, right? So this must say power factor is 0.85. Then if this power will be required at the output of the transformer, then if you divide by efficiency, then you can find out what would be the transformer input or transformer size, and then this is required load at this time, but there is always visibility to increase the load in future, and consumer will not inform you. So for that one, we take 25% of extra for security, that if there be 25% of load increase, then that will not hamper our distribution system. Along with that, this load will be available at the load end, and the transformer is far away from there because there are some distributor in between that. So there are some line loss. So I am assuming 25% of that. Why 25%, not 5%? Because for distribution system, loss is far much higher than the transmission system. So total expansion, I have taken 50%. So we shall multiply it by 1.5 to get the actual data. Understood? So that thing is noted here. So this is P max. This is 0.85. We are assuming that transformer is lossless, so efficiencies I have not included here. So P max, because transformer is actually efficiency is near to 95% or that. So P max by 0.85 into 1.5. Why 1.5? Have you understood? 25% extra for power loss in the loop. Loop means there will be closed loop ring main system, so that's why it is called loop. 25% extra for expansion. So you can calculate transformer rating very easily. All of you, can you? Now transformer rating, if you calculate, that may be a theoretical one, that may not be possible in physically, because transformer manufacturer design the transformer for a specified voltage level, that means defined voltage level and defined kVA. So these are the available transformer rating. So so it is shown up to 100, 800 only, then multiples of 10. That means, say if your transformer rating has come, I cannot write here anyway. Say if your required transformer rating is come 1350 kVA, you will not get it. You can get it 1250 kVA or 1600 kVA. Since your transformer rating has come 1350, you cannot take 1250. Why 1250? Its available transformer rating is 125 or multiple of 10. So 125 is available as well as 1250 is also available. But your requirement is 1350. So it cannot meet that one. So you have to go for the next rating. All of you have got my point? So you do this part before the next class. So here and by email or anywhere, you inform me who is doing which subblock. Okay, it should be defined. Now I think your class from 10:45, na? So leave it right now. You just inform me in email. In common email, you just divide it. Group wise, you inform me. In the power system design, I have sent. Yes, that is better. Okay. Otherwise, each group can send me individually also. While you will take all the responsibility. Everybody can send me. Every group send me individually in my email. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Please leave the meeting. If you have any doubt, then you can contact me anytime.